So, you keep asking me questions about CDN and what to do and how to work here. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do and all the information and all the answers to your questions right after this. Alright, so I've been getting a lot of questions. I won't say a lot, but I've been getting some questions here and there about why do I enjoy working for CDN, and is it a good company, how's the home time, how's the lease purchase thing going, the whole 9 yards, right? So I reached out to one of our recruiters. I got all the information here on the phone for all the newer trucks and the new payments and all that kind of whole stuff that you need to worry about, or to answer your questions. So we're gonna let the phone sit there for a second, and I'm gonna just go off the top of my head here. Nothing scripted, this is all right from here, okay? I've been here for almost 3 years now. It'll be 3 years at the end of the year, so what, 2.5 years, something like that. As you guys know, I got rid of my quality lease truck and got into this truck. I have had some downtime, but that's what comes with a used truck, you know. Overall, will I say I found my forever home with the trucking company? No. You know, every company has their goods and their bads. You know, it is what it is. But it's what you make of it, okay? Now, I will say this company has a lot more goods than what they do bads. That's why I'm still here. That's why I went ahead and gave up my other truck and signed a 3.5 year contract on this truck through an outside dealership, but that ties me to CDN, to where, from what they tell us, we can't leave the company, but yet I think there's some loopholes in that contract. But that's not what this video is about. So, what do I like about CDN? I mean, they gave me, now granted, I run dedicated now, so I'm home every other day and home on the weekends, stuff like that. So I'm getting the home time that I want. But when I used to run over the road, okay, I used to get as many miles as I wanted. Plain and simple. If I wanted a week that I ran 3,500 miles and I could do it, it got done. Because we use brokers instead of direct shippers and stuff like that, excuse me. Now granted, we do have our direct shippers, but not all of them, okay? Our direct shippers come from a 100-mile radius roughly of the Chicago area, or a 100-mile radius of Santa Fe Springs, okay? Now with that being said, everywhere else that you may want to go, they can probably get you there, because that's where we go to the load boards and stuff like that. Or not us, sorry, as drivers, but the load planners and dispatchers, stuff like that. They go to the load boards, they get you a load as close to the area that you want to go whenever you want to go. Home time is a big question that everybody always asks me. How is the home time? How can you manage, you know, your truck payments and get home on a reasonable time frame? When I used to run over the road, I had my little triangle set up, basically. As you guys know, or some of you guys know, I live in Kentucky. So I would run from Kentucky to Chicago, Chicago to California, California to Tennessee, Nashville area, and I'd go home from there. Get up, do it all over again every week, or every week and a half, because it's like a 10-day run, give or take, 3, 6, about 8, 7-day run, something like that. 7 to 8 days running. Our trucks are not governed here. You don't have to have a governed truck. The trucks come from the dealership, governed to 85. But home time, before I get sidetracked again, home time's whatever you want it. Now, could you have it every day or every other day or something like what I'm on? Sure, if you live in the right areas. Plus, you also have to take in part your truck payment, you know, stuff like that. Will it be feasible for you to go home every day or every other day or anything like that? There's a lot of guys that want to go home every weekend. Is that possible? Depending on the area you live in, if we got freight going there all the time, definitely. Now granted, just like freight for wherever you're at, freight lanes are always changing, you know. We may have a lot of loads going to Dallas area from up here in Chicago. We may have a lot of loads going to Southern California or down to Florida or Jersey or New York or something like that if you like to run the East Coast. All that, it all depends on where you live and what you're doing. But I can almost promise you that you'll get all the miles that you want, as long as you can run. You know, you got to be a hard runner if you want all the miles. If you can't be, I won't say a lazy driver, but I will say that, you know, you can't be a driver that wants to drive 5 hours a day and sleep for 12 hours and get up and do it again and want to expect 3,500 miles in the week. You know, it just, it doesn't work out that way. It just doesn't. But if you put your effort into it, you run hard, and you're not getting the miles, then you got to talk to your dispatcher on that one. But I had no problems getting miles, and I was constantly running 3,000, 3,500, you know, 2,800 miles a week minimum for the most part. And those were usually on the weeks that I took off and I went, you know, I left the house to come up here or something. But with that, you know, they treat you like family. I walk in that door, they know who I am. I don't have to give them a truck number. I don't have to give them my name. They know who you are. You know, you walk in, they say your name. They, hey, how you doing? You know, as some of you guys watch Carolina Ghost, when he came back to the CDN, he was gone for 8 months, something like that, 6 to 8 months. Hell, it might have even been almost a year. You know, he left, he came back, and they still knew who he was. Now, granted, doing YouTube videos, stuff like that, it kind of helps them know us, but even you know, Trucker Joe from down the road, he's gonna walk in there. At first, they're gonna ask you your name, ask you your truck number, but once they know who you are, you got that. You know, we don't have that many trucks over here. It is a small company, and that's what gives it that nice family lifestyle, I guess you can say. You'll get your direct phone numbers for your dispatchers and all that stuff. So I mean, home time's not a problem. Miles shouldn't be a problem depending on how you run. Money that you make after your truck payments and all that, if you're a good runner, if you're running, you know, 3,000 miles a week, say average, or 2,800 to 3,200 miles a week average, you should have no problem bringing home $1,400 to $1,800 depending on where you're running and what your truck expenses are, as long as you keep your foot out of it. You know, you manage your fuel mileage, stuff like that. But that's all said and done. You know, that's no matter what truck you have. Now, if you like running the East Coast, then that profit's gonna be even higher. Now, a lot of people have asked me, you know, are you on mileage pay or are you on percentage? We are on mileage. And then, of course, as soon as I say that, a lot of people go, oh, you're getting screwed. Not necessarily. Check this out. Am I getting the most money I can? No. But I get a flat rate fee no matter what the freight rates are, no matter where I go. Well, flat rate for depending on where you're going. Lowest is $1.05 a mile, the highest is $1.65 a mile. Plus fuel surcharge, of course, which right now I believe it's like 30 cents a mile or something like that. But you get those rates, those are flat rates. I will post a screenshot right here. So now that you've seen that, now you'll know what our rates are going from LA to the East Coast, and from here where I'm currently at. I'm currently at our yard up here in North Lake, Illinois, so Chicago area. You know, going to the East Coast or going to California or Northern California or Oregon, Washington, Florida, you know, you can read that list. Definitely pause it, rewind it if you have to. Pause it, look at it, see what you can do. See what kind of money you're gonna make. I'm sorry for my voice if I sound muffled or anything like that, or sound congested. I'm trying to get over a bug here, but with those, you know, flat rate miles, could you make more on percentage? Yes. Can you make less on percentage? Yes. It all depends on the area you're going, how many trucks are there. So, it also depends on your cost, okay? Over here, the only thing for your fixed cost is your truck payment and an $80 a week fee, which covers your people net and your plates and your permits and all that kind of stuff. So, these companies that are charging you, $300-400 a week for insurance, you don't pay that here. That's in that $80 fee. So, there's the savings right there. So you got percentage where you're making this much, then you got your insurance and all that kind of stuff, and you got your flat rate with no insurance. So you're gonna level itself out, you know. It may not be perfectly level and all that, but you're gonna be able to make some good money here, okay? So we will go on to the trucks that you can lease. Let me find them on here. Let's see here. Let me go back up. 2016 Peterbilt 579s and the 2015 Freightliner Cascadia Evolutions and T680s are $695 a week for 185 week or 82 weeks, sorry, basically 3.5 years. It's a full payout lease. There's no balloon payment in that whatsoever. That's your payment. On top of that, you'll have a $200 a week maintenance escrow. Now, I know you just probably say, well, you just said our truck payment is at $80. Well, maintenance is included in your truck payment. So technically for that, you're looking at, what, $895 a week, okay? Plus your $80. If you get an older truck, it'll be a little bit cheaper. Like mine is $650 a week plus the $200. Let's see here. Actually, right here, he did send it in the thing. What is covered under the $80 a week plan? It's your driver support package, is what they call it. Your pre-pass is covered. Your ELD usage, your base plate, your bobtail insurance, your log sheets, which we don't need those anymore. Permits, decals, preferred vendor discounts, motor fuel tax, safety material, transflow, and random drug testing. That's what's all covered in there. Now with that, what was I looking for? Your preferred vendor discounts, that's, we buy fuel at Love's, so we get discounts at Love's and Speedco and all that. No matter when you get fuel at Love's, you are always a Diamond Rewards Point driver here. So if you got, say you own your own truck and you work 1 week, every time you get fuel at Love's, you'll make that, that Diamond status. So you get 4 points a gallon for every gallon you purchase. And let's say you take 2 months off. Well, at Flying J and Pilots and stuff like that, well, they only offer 1 reward point. So if you were at Love's normally, your 4 cents a mile or 4 cents per gallon drops back down to a penny. Not here. You can take a whole month off, 2 months off, 3 months off, whatever. The first time you go swipe, boom, you're back to a Diamond driver earning 4 points. Unlimited drink refills, unlimited, showers, all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. So that covered the trucks. We do have some Penske rental trucks. I don't know how often they're still doing this, but it is a Freightliner Cascadia. The short nose has a refrigerator, APU, not microwave, sorry, inverter, refrigerator, and APU. Those are $800 a week, full maintenance lease. So no matter what happens to the truck, it's covered. It's not on you. With the deal through the dealership, that's $695 a week. That's all maintenance is on you. other than, you know, your maintenance account that you can call up and say, hey, I'm at the shop, I need, you know, a shock replace, and it's 50 bucks and stuff like that, you know. Basically, that's about covers it. We covered the rates per mile, we covered the fuel, we covered truck payments. What else would you like to know? Drop a comment in the comment section below, and I will definitely tell you the answers to your questions. And if I don't know, I will get you to somebody that does know. If you need to fill out an application, you can give this guy a call. His name is Brandon Altmeyer, or Altamure. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name anymore. I know I'm going to screw it up. But his name is Brandon. Really cool dude. You can get a hold of him at area code 708-483-4733. I'll have that number scrolling right down here below the bottom, so you can definitely see that. All you gotta do is give him a call. You can send him a message on Facebook through the CDN Facebook page. Shoot them a message on there. They can get you an application, get you approved. There is a $3,000 sign-on bonus, which now with that $3,000 sign-on bonus, these trucks are $3,000 down. So basically, they'll just waive your sign-on bonus and put you into a truck with no money down. So it's a zero down lease. After those 3.5 years, if you go lease, the truck is yours. That last payment is your buyout. Whatever's left in your maintenance account, the dealership is going to cut you a check, and that gets covered under that. Let's see here. I just want to make sure of what's, you know, if I'm missing anything. Hopefully I don't ramble on here too long. They do have company drivers from time to time, but those are far and few between. So you'd have to contact Brandon on that. I know right now we don't have any company trucks available. I can say that. I did ask right before I was going to do this video. Of course, we get discounts on tires and all that kind of stuff through Love's. All that good stuff. So, I don't think I'm missing anything. So, with that being said, this video is definitely long enough as it is. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them in the comment section below. If you do happen to contact Brandon and you fill out an application, there should be a little drop down menu on that application to either find my name, or that you found me on YouTube or something like that, or just type in my name, Big John, or my truck number 2727. That's all you gotta do. I do get a referral bonus off of that. It's much appreciated. As well as, you know, if you recruit anybody once you get hired, you do get a recruitment bonus. It's not much, but it helps. You know, it definitely helps. I don't get a lot of them, but it is what it is. But with that being said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out to your friends if they're looking for a job or interested in being an owner-operator. I'm always answering questions on Facebook, which is, the link is down in the description box below. Hit me up on Facebook if you got any personal questions you want to talk to me, you know, one-on-one. It's a no-charge service, you know. You hit me up, I got my tablet, I answer all the questions I can, and if I can't answer them, then I will either direct you to somebody that has the answer, or I will find out the answer and then provide it to you. So with that being said, once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.